Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Extreme Gaming versus Team Spirit, brought to you by SUNSfan and SyndereN.
They have prided themselves on really good team fighting ability and really good team fight lineups. And their Achilles heel against a lot of the Western teams, in particular Gaming Gladiators, has been just getting run over in lanes and having no chance after, which looks like Collapse will be trying to do just that.
Yep, but you can see, yeah, CS, I mean, obviously the denies will be in XM's favor, but it's not really that big of a difference. And that's with the bottle being really delayed, as Mira going to get gone on by DY. Jin Q has actually shown up to get experience, and he will kill off Mira.
And you will play alone for 15 minutes, and then I will show up level 4, and I promise we're going to win.
I'll be a banana for half the game, and we'll win. Believe it or not, XM now TPing to the bot lane. Collapse gets gone on. Stanley's Eclipse with Ame's right clicks will suffice, and the Astral Imprisonment will keep Miposhka in place. Trying to go for the Echo Stomp, but it's not going to happen. XM will take that one and head back to the mid lane.
Larla's back in base with Miposhka.
He just warded. Is that in range? That's. I think it's right outside the range of that sentry.
Yep.
Oof. That's now two members having to deal with Jin Q. They do spot him on the tree. They stun him. And perfect pause. Perfect.
Has another layer of protection against Miposhka chasing him around with his spirit.
Yeah, that's true. That is a.
He did cut him down here. This is quite awkward.
He's dead. He's definitely. They just need to keep attacking, prevent him from getting on those trees, and Miposhka, well, actually, Mira will get credit for that one.
What do you think about this?
Oh my
Phase
God.
boots Yules.
Disgusting. Disgusting to look at.
Let this be a lesson to you when you're playing pubs at any level, guys. Don't report people for their item builds just because you don't understand. Like this.
Well, if it doesn't work, then.
Well, whenever you go into your pubs, you're like, why are you doing this? Just say, I'm sure.
Echo Stomp is going to find XM with the Hoof Stomp to follow. He's completely surrounded.
This is going to take a while.
Himself, but that just gives time for Laurel to come up. A couple mines placed as well. Laurel will get the kill. He's going to survive this little mini push, it looks like.
So we didn't really talk about it much, but I think a really big part of the reason he bought this Yules is obviously it's a great item against Troll. It's a way for him to try to reset and dodge away from the stun chains, and also good against Stampede. It has some uses.
Oh, this will turn into a potential fight, though, as XXS wants to go on top of Collapse with Ame and XM not far behind. So, again, they give up a worthless level 5 Monkey King kill.
You know, he's like dictating everything around the map, so I think
well, let's
probably just going to get rid of it.
Let's be real. He's a position 5.
Yeah, if even.
Position 6, maybe, is XXS.
Good blast
will be blast off as Yotaro comes in, but rotations, are they coming? No, XXS will die first.
Nice
Jin
kill.
Q watching on. Does he even get his... Yeah, I was going to say, what's the point of getting your ult at level 6 on a Monkey King? Does the... Oh, Ame.
Yes, he
Hoof Stomp is there. Sandy's Eclipse goes off on the sideline as XM wants to reset, but there's the Chronosphere from Ame, focusing onto Laurel. Easy kill for them. And the Echo Stomp into the Elder Titan. Oh, this is going to be pretty massive, actually. Astral Imprisonment on himself. But now he's going to be completely surrounded for XM. And we'll go down as a result. DY attempting to TP out, not going to happen. So
really nice fight.
They lose Laurel early on, but Spirit win the fight. I mean, they changed it so the minimum speed that you have in Mischief is a lot faster than it used to be. As the Yules, Monkey King will use an ultimate. Not going to do that much as Collapse will get crushed by XXS. Hoof Stomp in rage, but he will die.
And this is obviously one of the absolute luxuries you have when you do play Monkey King like this. It's very hard to de-ward against it all game. Significant part of his damage at this point in the game, but yeah, it's still something, I guess.
Ame.
Oh, that's a lucky
bash. Oh my goodness.
That's so lucky.
Instant chrono off of the bash. Collapse has to use his ult to try to get away. Laurel doing tons of damage though. Coil onto 2 heroes. The most important 2. The Sandy's Eclipse comes through, so Collapse does die first. And now Extreme trying to disengage. They lose their Phoenix to start things out. Astral Imprisonment.
Nice orb
into the damage as XM has to pop the BKB, but then dies shortly after.
The heroes are relatively difficult to catch. I think Spirit kind of have what they need for now. Like they just, if they get their spells off on multiple heroes with ET and Puck, that's...
Oh my God, that Yule's timing.
So good.
And Laurel Lotus is off. He gets the Lotus applied to him.
Yeah, by Mira.
And that turns into a kill on XM. What an incredible sequence that was from Laurel and company. And now the chase is on. The chase is on. The egg.
Oh, that's a good
it's actually not going to be
chrono.
taken out because a beautiful chrono from Ame will lead to the killing Yatoro. DY does fall eventually. And now XXS with his newly picked up BKB will focus on Collapse. Gets the bash, but now has to run away as his BKB is running out. Laurel finds the Yules. Onto Ame. Blast off barely connects with the double extra follow. The crush coming from XXS. Woo! Basically a ravage, but it won't save Ame in the end. And Laurel taking heavy damage from Jin-Q because of the corrosive haze, but it looks like he might have found enough distance away to live. And Jin-Q, the courier hunter, will eventually die. So a 2 for 4 that is buffed up by these. So the creeps are buffed by the banner. Tier 2 tower. Oh, the crush comes in from XXS, trying to waste perhaps a BKB charge, but Yatoro will just brush it off, knowing that that Monkey King ult is from Jin-Q. So
well, they get the deny.
True, but Collapse coming in actually misses the hoof stomp. The counter crush from XXS. As the chrono comes in from Ame onto 2 heroes, able to take out the Elder Titan to start things out. Collapse looks to be next, but pops the BKB and Stampede. Yatoro, though, he is still with the Aegis as Collapse is continuing on. Ame gets dropped. 70 seconds of no Faceless Void. The Aegis is now down. Yatoro will be safe, though, with the rest of his team nearby. Buyback from Maposhka.
I'm not going to find anything for now. Jin-Q is being a thorn in their side up here. Laurel early at the coil.
Okay.
Should probably kill him here.
Yeah, Wukong's command comes out from Jin-Q. Just need to keep applying damage.
Mage Slayer's doing work.
Yes, he's actually living somehow. Jin-Q was healing up a good degree as well. As a Stampede used to try to get away. Finally, Laurel kills off Jin-Q. But the crush comes in. Maposhka gets off his ult a little bit early. There's the chrono onto 2. Take out Maposhka. That's a dieback on him, and now focus is on Collapse as he will be demolished. And now Ame trying to catch up to Mira, who's leading a trail of his mines in the trees. They're actually not going to find him.
Aviana's Feather on the Slargar. That's very good. Evasion and move speed.
Won't know about Roche for another 35 seconds. That's a smoke.
Pretty big moment here. They're pinging it, though. XTREME are aware that this is probably coming their way. If they break the smoke, well...
DY gets broken. XM was the first to get silenced. He's got to force out his BKB. There's the Troll Warlord trying to decimate it, but the Chrono comes in to save his life. DY with the egg on top, and Yatoro is dead without any ult available. And it looks like the puck might be next. They take out Laurel. It's going to cost them XM, as now Collapse completely surrounded. Gets bashed by Ame. Gets off a nice hoof stomp into the double edge, but XXS blinking in with the Yules. 3 dead, all cores for Spirit.
He has opted for the 20% backtrack. We've got the puck 25 for the Dream Coil Pierce's debuff immunity. And the Troll got the Battle Trance Strong Dispel, so he can break a stun, but can't really help him in the chrono.
Ame, they're trying to get rid of his Aegis right off the bat. Jin-Q is going to get silenced, so can't really help out too much. That's life number 1. Chrono is not available either, as Jin-Q is going to use Wukong's command into Mischief. He's actually going to stay alive a little bit longer than anticipated. Yatoro taking so much, will have to use his ult instead, but there's the counter use, the Wind Waker, in fact, from XXS. And the kiting of Troll commences, and now he will die. 100 seconds again with no Yatoro.
The kiting of Troll concludes.
And the rest of Spirit, this is the second time in a row that they weren't really that close. As Mira will get cleaned up as well,
nice
eventually.
All right. And now that you've used all your stuff, you don't have buyback on Troll, and XTREME have all their spells, you know? I think they only used 1 Supernova there, so they can refresh an egg, they have Chrono, they have Sanities. This is minimum 1 lane.
I think it's going to be more than that. They could go top, there's no tower there already.
They could actually end. If they realize the game state, I think they could finish, but kind of respect the possibility. Maybe, okay, well, it's just being annoying.
Ame doing his thing. XXS will be Yules. There's his Wind Waker. Just living in a tornado in the air, every fish's dream. So 2 sets of racks at minimum for XTREME Gaming.
Oh, I thought he was going to stay and hit him there. That was actually a possible kill with some follow-up, but we stick to the plan. Common Mines cleared out by Jin-Q.
Yep, nicely done.
I mean, this is surely Megas, right?
The coil from Laurel, they want to try to fight this out. The Phoenix would be a huge kill. Gets off the Yules just in time. Egg not available right now unless he refreshes. He'll be able to dive away. They get collapse, and the Rax is just waiting here for Xtreme to finish off. The backdoor protection kicks in. Yatoro is up. Collapse does have buyback right now as the jump in into the Wind Waker. Mira will somehow survive, gets off the blast off, so not really worried about dying because he will. Does have the buyback, will expend it along with Collapse. And Jinkyu trying to get off his ult, will get silenced though, but the Rax is going down. It will be Megas in favor of Xtreme Game, but Collapse comes in with a big hoof stomp, and XM gonna get stunned up by the blast off as well. Will have to Astral himself. Chrono on top of Yatoro again, will finally get off his ult just in time, but all he's clicking is the Monkey King right now. And that's gonna be the death of Yatoro in the third time in the last minute, it feels like. And this should be GG, as a couple members of Xtreme have died, but it's just the supports. As the Mega Creeps come through, and XM and company, Stanny's Eclipse is there, XXS with a double kill. GG's come out, and Xtreme take game 1 of this best of 3. Probably the most entertaining game from start to finish. The weirdest game as well.
Yeah, this game probably has better secondary matchups than the PL does, but the hero is always in... He's always special in the sense that at some point the critical mass just kicks in. But it's going to take a while. He's going to need a lot of items.
Who clicks faster?
Vortex.
Well, XM gets the Vortex off, but Mira coming in from the sideline.
Nice rotation.
XM is dead. Oh, the Mira wants to take it for himself. Okay, screw Laurel.
This is starting to look really, really good for Spirit. This is what I was saying they might do after game 1 was double down on solving or getting better lanes going and really building an early advantage.
Oh my. Lots of pressure towards Ame right now. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, XXS, it's being killed off by Laurel as XM. Lots of X's in this game. Will TP top to get the kill on the support Shadow Demon.
So we've shied away from the original rushing Diffusal almost every game on PL and then just getting somewhat involved to just taking, all right, we're farming.
Yeah, it's usually just Diffusal, Manta, then you're fighting, right?
Yeah, there's just not
a lot more of a build-up, especially since the Ags was changed. It used to be the Shard, basically, is XM. Going on to Mira, who's going to self-disruption himself. He will end up dropping to the Rebuke, but wow. Looks like Jinkyu gets spotted.
That is not
and brought down. The egg is not going to do anything.
Oh, mistimed there. Nice try.
Good attempt.
I don't know if they could have gone on him anyway.
Now that Ame has his Aghanim Scepter, the farm will increase dramatically, but still not fight ready. Meanwhile, Spirit, they do want to fight.
They're too late for the tower defense, I think. Okay, the Glyph, maybe.
Yep, XXS has his blink ready to go.
Very good position for Xtreme here.
XM is going to pop the smoke, but he's going to get initiated on. There's the Mars Arena, but the Storm is already dead. Echo Stomp now upon XXS. He'll likely be the next to fall. As Laurel showing off that damage rune.
Wow.
2 cores killed so quickly as Team Spirit, their lead continues to grow. And they're not done yet, apparently. Poor Jinkyu. They still remember his Monkey King game and just really want to pummel him.
And you have the position that they did. This could have been promising, but man, were they ready. Now Orchid collapse as well. And it is not easy to be a Storm now.
Yeah, they will spot Collapse, but there's the silence as you talked about being shown. Storm Spirit already super low. The egg is placed. He's going to be able to zip, it looks like. As the stun does come through from the egg, but Yatoro coming in, absolutely deleting DY with the phylactery. And now XXS will follow suit. Another Orchid trying to get the melee Dragon Tail. There it is. Down goes the 3rd member of Xtreme, as this game is now a shellacking. I feel like this is a hero if you're alone, essentially, because this Storm Spirit is not a thing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this hero can't carry.
As we said, eventually you're going to hit some sort of a breaking point where you can perhaps overwhelm certain heroes in this game, but like you're so far off that.
Moonlight Shadow, they're going to try to fight without their Storm Spirit. There's the Arena from XXS. They'll be able to get these 2 supports from Spirit, it looks like, but the Echo Stomp comes through. And Ame will finish the job on Poposhka. The rest of the cores get out. Yeah, Ame is definitely farming. We'll see if he's able to do it because XM has dropped off a bit thanks to a few of these deaths. XXS.
No BKB.
Oh, that Searing Chains.
He kind of walked out into the open and then TP'd. I don't know if he was trying to next level Laurel on a Remnant dodge or something, but...
Yatoro is a Phoenix. He gets arrowed while attribute shifting, by the way. This might be the death of the Aegis. No, they just don't have damage yet.
Okay.
Ame coming in, but the morph will waveform away. So still 32 seconds on the Aegis. See if Xtreme can time this, as the tower hasn't really taken that much damage yet.
Yeah, they have Glyph too.
And there it is.
Burn it.
They forced it out, but the instant Dragon Tail, they find Jinkyu in the trees. He has had 0 impact on this game, I feel like. Unlike game number 1. Toro will likely back off here in just a moment, as the Aegis will be consumed. Just really waiting to the last second here.
Yeah, they're going to respect the Mars respawn. I think this is a good call.
I mean, that's very good this game.
Yep. Sure is.
As Xtreme will smoke again.
Laurel
with a remnant for safety. He's still leading the charge.
Yeah, he's very much trusting Mira here.
Will spot it. The Yules is there. Arrow again, not gonna hit. Collapse still in that dragon form. Ame was leading the charge initially, as there's the arena. It's onto 2 heroes. XXS not able to do that much damage, as looks like Ame is the one that's getting taken out first. So 70 seconds of no PL, and Xtreme's fight is likely over, as Yatoro and company gonna be surrounding XXS. So 2 cores, 1 support dead, and Spirit don't really lose anything.
All right, let's see if Spirit can break through this time. Still not fully convinced that this one is in the bag, despite all the advantages. They are being relatively cautious about their high grounding, but now finally Yatoro will get started. The Dragon Knight Mansas are running out, but the real one is still intact with the form.
Well, Arrow hits a creep, so he hits something this time at least. As Yatoro already at half HP, still has the Aegis for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Focusing on the PL already. He's super low, brought down again. Ame has not been able to have much impact on these fights, and Yatoro now cleaning up. XXS is next, will buy back instantly, as the Aegis does go down, so life number 1 for Yatoro.
What an absolutely sick play call. There's no way they're ready for that. He literally just waveformed into 5 heroes and killed the PL with the ET Spirit. Wow, Ame got completely caught off guard. I think he might just be in love again. That was... Holy.
S-tier carry.
Yeah, that was actually just flat out sick.
So many teams we've seen have backed off and reset a bit.
Xtreme making the right call, just conceding it.
Oh, DY.
Oh.
Conda Gamers right here. Collapse. Focusing on XXS. He does not have buybacks. He has to be careful. XM gets a nice stun onto 2 with that Aghanim Scepter, but XXX getting super low, and finally will drop to Mira of all heroes. Laurel in very deep. And now the focus again to get these megas for Collapse and company. DY falls yet again, so 2 down for Xtreme. No way to get back in this. 1 more last-ditch effort from XM, but still Yatoro is super healthy, as the ET ult actually doing so much damage in that fountain. But the megas will come the way of Team Spirit, and looks like we're going to be going to Game 3 here relatively shortly. Toro and Laurel will focus on the tier 4s, which aren't even being defended anymore because Collapse is creating a lot of pressure, as XM is insta-gibbed. Does have the buyback available though. Looks like they'll have 1 last-ditch effort here once the Phoenix is up.
They have to just try to burst the morph. It's the only play there is.
Ancient fully exposed now. Spirit with Mega Creeps, 29k lead. No banner though, so no Gaben creeps sadly. And inside, the Ancient is Collapse, as somehow the GGs have not come out yet for whatever reason. We'll never know. And there's going to put some garbage spells out. XM coming in. Electric Vortex. Storm will die along with the Ancient. GGs do come out now that they remember that that is a thing you can do. As Spirit, they spank Xtreme in this game too.
You'll practice it. So I'm kind of memeing. You can actually buy Blink Dagger as well on Sniper, because the only instant catch they have is
you don't have to worry about the Face's Void.
I actually really like this Lifestealer pick.
Yeah, Maelstrom's definitely a thing.
Is that because maybe? Okay,
Oh,
all right.
Inkswell,
we weren't looking.
Scott.
You look
will be
away for a
first blooded.
second, and he's gone. Well, this lane from Xtreme is a classic in this patch. Centaur Grim is extremely potent. Still waiting to see what he chooses to go.
I think if he was going to go Midas, he would have already gone for it, so I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
And Battle Fury doesn't, I don't know.
Oh, nice leap from Mira. He might...
Laguna Blade, Mira's still dead. Battle Fury was a thing for a bit on Lifestealer, but it's just too slow.
Let's say these level 9 heroes go against each other with the items they have right now, and they just attack. Okay, hang on.
Lifestealer would eventually win.
How long do you think it would take?
Maybe like 45 seconds.
Okay.
Laurel coming in will take an LSA.
Yes.
Using the Assassinate onto Jin Q. Not enough for the kill. He wants to continue on.
He's fast as fuck, though.
He really is. DY doesn't have his egg. One more right click will be enough, but he finds the Fog of War. And now XXS.
Wow, somehow nobody's dying here, huh?
Yep, just like in that bottom lane.
Just kidding.
Up stomp, double edge. Mira takes a tumble. 7-0 start for Extreme, but we can see
Still
the gold is very even. I mean, I'm sure the XP is in favor of Extreme. Now
Laurel.
Ame TPing in.
Laurel took aim, but he was too
All
far
he
away.
wants to do is Ghoul Frenzy you.
Here he comes.
He's spinning for you. Ghoul Frenzy on the creeps now. And that'll break up the fight. Although XXX coming in with the hoof stomp. Into the Inkswell as well. Into the Soulbind. Sniper is dead. The egg will proc as well. They get 2 kills immediately.
Oh, they smoked.
Mira somehow surviving for the time being. We'll take a Fire Spirit and run away.
This is obviously going to be a more passive mid laner approach.
Oh, they're looking for their first kill. This would be a big one onto XM. Call down is applied. The egg is there, but not enough to save XM. And now the egg will fall as well, so 2 kills for Spirit. Meanwhile, though, Laurel in a lot of trouble. The quad edge about to come out. XXS gets him through the Dragon Knight. And just stay in there the whole game.
I remember when Kuro did that.
God strength, X. Jin Q will be the one to fall. Now Yatoro trying to reset, but there's the Gleipnir. Sunray not quite reaching Yatoro. Ame forcing everybody back. Has to be careful, though. They have tons of stuns. They're going to start it out with the Dragon Tail.
Oh, that's
with the hoof stomp, double edge. Yatoro will be saved by the arrow. Infest not doing literally anything.
All right.
XXS is scouting things out. Creeping around. Hoof stomp will greet collapse. It's going to get A-Toast as well. Do they have the damage with the Sunray? Absolutely.
Speaking of Atos, very unusual to see it on Phoenix, right?
Blind hoof stomp.
Nice stomp, but no follow through.
Ame has the SNY now. There's the initiation. It is just for a Mirana. Mira's died a bunch of times this game. It will be a freebie, essentially. Yatoro, ooh, God Strength. He actually wants to fight. He deletes the Phoenix right off the bat and tries to TP out.
Holy
He's dead!
He died!
Oh my goodness, that play. That is... He has some gargantuan balls, but...
I mean,
he still dies.
He is... We've talked about Troll being kiteable. We've talked about those problems. Sven's a little bit in the same boat.
Another Infest Bomb. 17-5 advantage for Extreme.
They're not really taking much initiative. Maybe now they can find it opening at XM.
Oh, the Dragon Tail. He wasn't quite in range. Didn't get the Fog of War aspect there. Soulbind onto 2. Double Laguna.
This is bad.
Down goes Collapse. Maposhka looks to be next. Oh, man. Inkswell, if they spot him, he's dead. And indeed they do. And meanwhile, XXS finds a little sniper on the other side. Should be able to live, though. Yeah, I wonder what they're doing grouping up down here specifically. There's no Tormentor there. They stole it already. They haven't even gotten their own, actually. They just want Mira again. They'll get him. Now the knock onto the high ground.
They don't have Aegis, but really, how much danger is Ame in here? If Grimstroke is well positioned, there's a Sunray, you have Rage, you have Stampede. I think, okay, there's going to be a moment of opportunity when this Rage runs out, but he's going to be wise enough to just back off here. So.
Doesn't have Infest for 30 either.
That
initiation is there from XXS. He is really deep. He's going to get Force Staff even closer to the fountain. Homing missile will hit. Soulbind onto 2. Is there any follow-up? As XXS is taking so much damage, he dies a full minute on the
was that?
dock. And yeah, Jin Q will follow suit, and the rest of Extreme will attempt to TP out. There's the stun again. Very sloppy from Extreme.
Extreme heard us saying they were playing great. And they were like, let me show you. I would think so too. The question is this the build against Lifestealer? Or should we just have gone hit hard build? You know? This doesn't really...
Well, Sven hits hard.
Sure. Is that enough?
He's spotted. Collapse. Oh, they find XM in the trees. The initiation. Oh my god, they delete Jinq to start things out. Yatoro already gets off his God Strength. They get the second support as well. Down goes DY. And XM will be able to run away. XXS, though, he's the one completely surrounded. There's a buyback now onto DY. Collapse, left all alone in human form, which means he's worthless. Will end up dropping as a result. The egg is placed, but this is going to be a dieback via Laurel's right clicks. DY dead again.
The BKB on Centaur, which will allow him to dive even more aggressively if you thought that was possible.
That's time.
Big moment for Spirit, no Aegis.
Yep, they pop the Lincolns, get the Dragon Tail, but Ame jumps out of XXS.
Oh,
there's the
boy.
Soulbind onto 2, and the DK is already dead. Miposhka takes nice Laguna Blade into the extra right clicks from XM. Yatoro trying to fight his way out of this. Jinq might actually live through it, and down goes the carry of Spirit. 3-0, and Extreme again come out on top. Collapse. XXS going... I wonder who's inside him.
Yeah.
Ame will just use the Rage to get the Mega Creeps secured. There's the Stampede to run away, just in case. So Extreme now with the Megas in their favor. That's why it can proc Mjolnir, it procs Divine.
Well, Assassinate's damage is magical.
Yeah, that aspect wouldn't fully go.
But the Conda hit...
It should.
Yeah.
Oh, hoof stop. Oh boy. Divine Rapier on the deck. Ame claims it for himself. And that should do it. Very underwhelming performance from Team Spirit. As they get the tier 4s. And they find the DK and Gyro. Ancient exposed. Yatoro coming in. Gets 1 kill. Very exciting. And then dies shortly after GG's called. So Extreme take the series 2-1. In 3 stompy games.
Yeah.
Very, very weird series overall.
And it also felt like all 3 games lasted roughly the same amount of time, right?